So the Niners and the Seahawks. This one was kind of an interesting game. I had this one on the big TV. Um, I was watching most of it. I was definitely watching. This was the game I was watching the most of. But Christian McCaffrey is definitely a difference maker in this Niners offense, and I feel like the Niners offensively had some good moments. Like that first drive looked great for them. Like they just kind of just went down the field and looked great, and then obviously for some reason like the next series after that, George Kittle gets hurt with the hamstring injuries. So that if you take it's just one of those things that the Niners just got to stay healthy. I mean, I don't get why the Niners all of a sudden. Now, granted, George Kittle is a little bit older, but still, it's just like, how do these players keep getting injured once in a while? It just doesn't make any sense to me that every year there's at least one of their star players gets hurt. It's kind of weird that they keep doing this. But luckily, I'm sure he'll be fine. It's only hamstring, so I don't think he'll be out for too long. I don't know typically how long hamstring injuries are. I'm sure he'll definitely miss like next week's game for sure and all that. But so yeah, I feel like Purdy actually played pretty good. Obviously, the turnovers aren't great, but I feel like there's a part of me that thinks he was trying to force it, but at the same time, there wasn't a whole there like their receiving core isn't necessarily the best. Like Ricky Pearsall, I think has the potential of being pretty good. He obviously had a pretty good game today, or I should say yesterday. I keep thinking today, but yesterday he had an actually pretty good game. Obviously, they're still waiting for Ayuk to come back from his ACL injury. And they have Jawan Jennings, who at times can be good, and at times can play at a high level. But otherwise, you only have you have Christian, George, and I guess Pearsall. So that's basically your three offensive players. Obviously, you take George out, and if the Seahawks are committed to stop Christian McCaffrey, you kind of I get it from Brock's point of view that I feel like he just has to go out there and sort of make a play, but yeah, I mean, obviously, what it counted the most, Brock got on the field and led the Niners to a game winning touchdown, which obviously he always does because he's Mr. Purdy. I'm sure because as for you know what, let's just move on to the Seahawks point of view. From Seattle's point of view, Sam Darnold didn't really do a whole lot, even though he found Jackson Smith-Njigba a whole lot in this game. Once it got towards the end of the game, I was like, how many yards does Jackson Smith got? And then I looked at the box score and went, oh damn, he's got 124 yards. This guy's pretty good. He's pretty good. Because outside of Jackson Smith-Njigba, their offense was not doing a whole lot of nothing, just absolute nothing. Now you can credit that to the Niners defense who played pretty well yesterday. They just played really well. They're going to be good as always with Robert Salah being back at the helm of the defensive as their defensive coordinator. Fred Warner sort of got banged up, but he's fine. And obviously Nick Bosa making the play of the game, sealing the deal for the win, strip sacking. Or I shouldn't say he pushed the lineman into Sam to force a fumble and then recovering it for the win. So if you're a Seattle fan, I feel like you feel like the offense didn't necessarily do anything, but I feel like you're not panicking just yet, and you're not overreacting to Sam Darnold's performance, even though that turnover was not good. And you're like, I wish Sam could just play a little better. Because like I said, I mean, outside of Jackson Smith-Njigba, their offense didn't really do a whole lot. Their next leading receiver was Cooper Kupp with 2 catches for 15 yards. Then they had this guy, Elijah Aurier, with 1 catch for 7 yards. Kenneth Walker, 3 catches for 4 yards. And that was pretty much it. Jackson Smith-Njigba was the only offense. They ran the ball 26 times. Wait, Jalen Milroe was in the game? I didn't even notice. There you go.